And you said to me, let's send spies in to check out the land. It sounded good, so I picked one man from each tribe, 12 in all, to go spy out the land. And they went into the mountains and into the valley of Eshcol, and they came back and said, it is good. The land that God is sending us into is very good. But you refused to go take the land. You said, the Lord hates us. He brought us here to kill us. There are giants in the land. Wait. Hold up a minute. Have we heard this story before? Yes, we have. Welcome to the book of Devarim. Devarim means words. And in your English Bibles, it says Deuteronomy. It's the last of the 5 books of the Torah. And Deuteronomy comes from the Greek, which means second law. This book is actually a second time that Moses is recounting the history of the Israelites to the Israelites. The Israelites have been wandering in the wilderness now for 40 years, and most of the first generation has died out, and the second generation is standing on the borders of the land waiting to go in. Moses is reminding them of their history. They need to know their history so that they don't repeat the mistakes of the generation that came before. Do you think they'll be ready? Do you think they can enter the promised land this time? Moses is reminding the Israelites of what happened. So yes, we have heard this story before. So let's see if we remember the history. Let's take a test. Moses says, A, be afraid, or B, don't be afraid. Of course, he says don't be afraid. Very good. Why should they not be afraid? Because A, the Lord goes ahead of you. B, the Lord will fight for you. C, the Lord carries you as a father carries his son. Or D, all of the above. Yes, all of the above. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Did they trust God? No, the first generation definitely didn't. Even though God led them, A, by a pillar of fire, B, by a pillar of cloud, C, both of the above, or D, none of the above. Yes, both in a pillar of fire and in a pillar of cloud. So how did God respond when they refused to trust him? A, he said, no worries, I don't care if you trust me. B, take the land without me. C, God got angry and said, this generation will die in the desert. Or D, none of the above. Yeah, it was C, right? Last question. Who will lead Israel to inherit the land? Is it A, Moses, B, Aaron, C, Miriam, or D, Joshua? That's right, it's Joshua. Do you know what his name means? It means that Yod He Vav He is salvation. Isn't that cool? So how did you do? Did you pass the test? Would you be ready to enter the promised land? Let's think about that. Shabbat Shalom.